So, welcome to another episode of Got a Problem
Woo!
Podcast. Woo! Has anyone got a problem this week?
Bears, producer. I got bears. I got a problem too.
We've got problems.
Yeah.
We have all got problems, innit?
Yeah,
you go first. You had most of him.
We actually just spoke about this, but I hate it when people don't say my name properly. It jars me. This is the name that I was given at birth. Respect it. Mm-hmm. My name is Isra. There was several things that people have known. Ezra, Israel. Not going to go into that one. I've heard a bunch of things. I hate it.
What's the most common one you get that's wrong? Isra.
I would say like Ezra. Not even Isra because it's close enough.
It's close enough. You'll take that.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, right. But like a Ezra or Israel is really common. A lot of people call me Israel. Yeah, because I think my surname also sounds like a Jewish surname. So people are like, "Oh, are you?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not." Yeah. Damn. So that's Max, Kim. Do you guys get it?
No.
People are right with my name.
I mean,
mostly.
Kimberly Cumberbatch doesn't get any more easy to pronounce than that, really.
Okay, too.
Yeah. Lots of letters though.
Yeah.
So when I'm filling in the forms, that's actually very irritating. And I've got two middle names. It's actually many characters.
That's as a child. It must have been long to learn your name. How to spell it?
So, fun fact.
Go on.
I spelled my name wrong for about 7 years. But I'll tell you how. So.
How? Wait, how?
So basically, I grew up in America, right, for the first 7 years of my life. And Kimberly in America usually is with an L-Y.
Yeah.
And in England is L-E-Y.
Yes.
So I grew up spelling it L-Y. And then when I came here, to be honest, this is my mum's fault because she never corrected me. When I came here, the teacher kept saying you're spelling your name wrong. I'm like, how can I spell my own name wrong? But it was very wrong.
Oh, wow. I didn't actually know that.
But to be honest, people always spell my name wrong in emails. They always do L-Y. But that's like the American way.
Yeah.
And then L-E-Y is the English way. So that's a fun little story.
Knowing me, I would have told a teacher, don't tell her to spell my name.
Yeah. What's your business?
What? Shit, she's right.
My problem today, my problem is the vaping epidemic. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's awful. No, it is. Yeah, you see? That's that popcorn lung.
Yeah, no, I don't. Sorry, I don't.
My thing is, right, I just don't understand what's happened. Like, people used to smoke cigarettes, yeah. Then people used to do other things. And then, do you know what my thing is? Like, vaping used to be really uncool. Do you remember when it was a big, like, chunky thing?
A hard drive. It's called a hard drive.
And people would associate with, like, guys that play, like, Dungeons and Dragons,
Yeah.
Which I'm not against Dungeons and Dragons, but anyways, it was, like, really uncool. And now, they've got these little, tiny little, what they called God Mary. What's it called?
Lost Mary.
That's the one. Lost Mary. Everyone's popping it, drinking it, smoking it, doing it all. It's not right. It's actually not right, guys.
I actually, do you know what's so funny? They literally have counterfeits of Lost Mary called Found Mary. It's hilarious. I found a lady that was using a Found Mary, and I just found that hilarious because
they shouted me to promote them as well.
You say no?
No, I wouldn't. I said no. I can't promote.
You said
vapes.
no. Why?
I'm not promoting vapes.
What if they take you on a press trip and they say, "Listen, we'll take you to Barbados for 2 weeks. All you have to say is you like this little short flavor." Look at he's thinking about it.
Oh, fine, marry myself. How about that?
I'll take her with me.
Yeah, those are the terms and conditions for me to
Yeah,
potentially.
didn't it?
No, but
Yeah,
I can't promote vape to children, which is basically what you're doing on TikTok.
Yeah.
It is kids. And it's the kids that are loving the vaping the most. That's why it's really concerning. Because do you know what? Let me not even get deep into it. Someone else have a problem, yeah?
Who else got qualms?
I got a really minor one.
Okay.
But I don't know if we mentioned in the beginning. Do you not watch movies with subtitles?
Yes.
That's like a necessity to me.
But that's why the
you need
cinema.
subtitles, yeah.
That's why the cinema stresses me out. You can go to cinema screens where they have the subtitles, but there's special screenings, so not the like everyday ones.
Yeah.
When I'm in the cinema, I'm literally like, what is being said?
Can you not focus?
I can't. No, but I can't hear without reading at the same time. I just can't. I think I've got something going on with me. To be honest with you,
I can't do cinemas. I get really stressed because I also can't sit through a whole movie. I've got to get up and do something.
Is your attention span?
I quite like the cinema because
you have to.
I can focus and I can just shut out everything. When I'm at home, I quite like subtitles just because you're focused.
I can't, like, you know, sometimes, you know, if you like go to someone else's house and they're watching something, I'll be watching something and my face will be like, something's not right.
Yeah,
I don't think I can understand what anyone's saying on the screen because there's no subtitles.
It does help understand movies as well. Some movies are complex.
Have you ever walked out from a movie?
Yeah, this is funny.
No.
So me and my mum thought The Wolf of Wall Street was a movie about business.
Yeah.
We thought it was about how to level up your life, how to expand, how to generational wealth.
It kind of is.
Kind of is in a way.
A generational wealth. And then it was at the moment that Jordan Belfort, aka Leonardo what's this?
Leonardo
Leonardo the Cardigan. When that man snorted a line of coke out of a stripper's arsehole is when me and my mum left the
That's
cinema.
That's not one for
scene.
your parents.
That's
is
the
it?
In it, like,
That's quite
until
fair.
walked out, yeah.
I got even worse of a story.
Go on.
When I used to live in Sweden, Borat was PG. My mum took me to go see that.
Yeah, brilliant. You might as well have gone to Brokeback
My
Mountain
mum
with your
left.
dad.
We left the cinema.
Right.
I got cussed in Arabic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How dare you
How
take
dare
me
you
to
bring
go
me
see
to
this
this?
movie?
Did you choose it or did she choose it?
My brother chose it. We went as a family.
Family film.
Yeah, because it said this PG.
But you know, at what point
Yeah.
did you watch the whole thing or did
We
you
watched the whole thing. I was like.
So she didn't want to leave at the point of the mankini?
No.
All right.
We watched the whole thing from beginning to end.
Yeah.
Max, what's your beef this week?
My beef is with the foxes in my area.
You tell us.
My area has recently, tried to do its bit for the environment and got these food waste bins, right?
Yeah, good.
That's just dinner for the foxes.
Yeah, innit?
So you just come
You
out
sorted
and
it
like
out.
all this week we've been doing our bits, separating off. The foxes are just
Spray
Spreading
it.
it
all
out.
over the street, and it's just
But
disgusting.
does your food bins not have locks? What ends are you from, man?
South.
Because
It has- also
I'm
the
from
f-
South and
but
mine
also-
have locks.
I would like to say the foxes from South are built different.
Yeah, they are.
One, they're grey, they're not orange.
Yeah.
Their screams are so
Whoa,
they're
they're
so
grey.
loud.
Yeah, they're on piss.
Yeah, they're not orange.
grey.
bro, They're
You
grey.
can, if you come towards them, they'll come towards you.
When I'm walking home late at night with some chicken,
Yeah.
I get followed. They follow me
yeah,
up
it's
my
mad.
road.
It's mad. It's
Yeah.
South London foxes.
Yeah, they're built different, man.
Yeah.
Well, you watch Sham.
I'm warring the South London foxes.
Welcome to Got a Problem podcast. If you've got an issue with current affairs, political views, or even the way your manager's breath smells on a Monday, this is the podcast for you. We are your hosts. My name is Kim. I'm presenter for Sunny South East London. I'm also on TikTok and such other fun, gorgeous things.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Come on, Kim. Pick up yourself.
Hooray. Hooray.
Oh yeah. Go on. All right.
Hooray.
All right.
Oh, I forgot to mention, we've got a new home.
Oh, we have got a new home.
Hey. Welcome.
Yeah,
Welcome.
This is actually the back of IKEA.
the monetary.
We're doing this live in IKEA right now.
It's actually the back of IKEA.
We're, yeah,
There's a customer.
honestly.
Hashtag sponsored.
Get me a couple of them meatballs, would you? Brilliant.
All right. I'm Max. I am known for speaking about music online and hosting this with you guys. Woo.
He's really good at what he does as well,
He
actually.
is.
They all are. Hi, I'm Isra. I'm an award-winning radio presenter. I love that. I love that.
Oh,
yeah, I love that.
there it is.
You
there
always
it is.
force
Thank you
us,
so
I thought, let me do it naturally.
Voluntarily. I also bust joke for life. On to the next one.
3, 2, 1.
That's amazing.
Amir, host of Last of the Real, and also laugh a lot. Thank you very much.
There we go.
Expert clapper.
Also talk a lot of
Give us one of these. Give us one of these. I mean, lovely.
He loves it.
All right, let's get into this week's chart. Producer, what have you got for us, love?
So first on the charts, we've got lab-grown meat.
Yummy.
Delicious.
Delectable.
The UK is set to become the first
Sorry.
European country to sell lab-grown food in supermarkets. It's made by taking a small sample from a chicken egg, cultivating it with vitamins and amino acids in a lab, then growing cells in a container. The result, a pate-like paste.
And so it's not like plant-based. It's actually real-life meat.
They grow it in a lab.
That's absolutely shameful and disgusting.
Wait,
think?
they're taking
Why is that
animals.
I'm not a
disgusting?
fan.
I think it's a good thing.
Wait, say that
Animals
again,
that have to
sorry.
die.
They're taking animals and what?
They
They're
take their
taking
spores.
stems. I think stem cells. From
Yeah, stem
animals
cells, yeah.
And in a lab making meat from it.
It's basically like we'll be able
That's
to eat. We'll be able to
crazy.
eat meat
Is that
without killing
legal?
the animals.
Is that legal?
I don't-
Yeah, I assume so.
suppose, yeah. I personally, I'm not against it. I think it's a good thing because farming is terrible.
Yeah.
Dairy farming specifically for the environment is crazy. It's so
Yeah.
bad.
It is.
And I feel like the reason why people don't want to go vegan for many reasons, but one of the things is that people feel like the actual meat substitutes aren't nice, which I hear. Some of them actually are really lovely, which I hear.
Yeah.
So it's like if you can get a substitute that is actually tastes like the meat, but we don't have to slaughter all these animals. Also, we need to remember like we're actually making these animals. We're
Yeah.
breeding them in horrible conditions. And half of the meat that you lot are eating from Aldi and Lidl, it's got worms in it, yeah? And tapeworms and all sorts of shit. So I am pro lab grown, but I would just eat a little substitute. I think substitutes aren't bad.
Would you, if you see lab grown meat next to real meat, would you buy it?
Yeah.
You would.
I feel like I try to be quite a conscious eater. That's why. Like I think about things in a bigger scale. Is what I think sometimes. Not all the time. I'm not like, oh my god,
Oh.
do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna eat chicken. I don't eat chicken and chips. But yeah, because I'm already like, even with eggs, right? My friends bought some eggs the other day. She cracked it open, put it in the group chat. Fat tapeworm in it because it was like low quality eggs. So even now, I go out of my way to buy like
Organic, free range,
organic,
Nice
free
stuff.
range.
I love Beresford.
like good,
Yeah.
those are the ones I've
Yeah.
got. But then it's just like the animals are in good conditions. I just feel like
Yeah.
the stuff that we're eating sometimes is so disgusting.
Yeah.
So disgusting. So I'm with it.
It's so funny that you mentioned that about eggs because I've recently, like my body was, I found out that I was like intolerant to eggs. But when I started buying penny eggs, suddenly my body said, all right, I like it. And it's, do you know what I'm saying? So it's weird. But I feel like as a personal thing, I think it's a friggin' horror show. Like I don't think we need to eat as much meat as people do. Like you actually don't need to be eating red meat 4 or 5 times a week. I think that's ridiculous. It's even bad for you. But so I personally, but I understand that, for example, it might be a cheaper alternative. You might get like healthier meat, but I think you're too close to playing God. Do you know what
Yeah,
I
I was
mean?
thinking that. Like, that's
I know
actually
it-
insane
but
that we're
already playing
generating
God
meat.
by making these animals. Like
True, that's true.
that is
That's a very good
agriculture.
point.
Like you're
But-
already playing
but
God
do you
because they're
not
not here
think-
naturally.
Yeah. But do you not think? Okay, but that's like it's like through you'd say a natural form of breeding, but then they're going
Kinda
like
like
that
food
to get a
chain.
They're
calcium.
going. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
they
they're
do.
already playing God. Like without us, there wouldn't be 52,000 salmon farms and this when the salmon farms got chlamydia and this and that. Like there are a lot of issues with the way that we consume animal products. It's
And-
basically my thing.
And then when you want to actually go buy like just normal meat, which hasn't been like friggin' bred on these weird farms, they're charging you an arm and a leg
Expensive,
for it.
yeah.
And it's like they're like, oh, it's premium, and it's like, no, that's normal. Stop shitting in my food.
I don't know if it's just I don't think it's sustainable for us to eat meat at the rate that we do.
Yeah,
Well, I think
my
that's why
thing.
they're trying to grow it in
but
the
that's
lab,
what I'm saying.
but-
That's why I'm actually pro.
Yeah, man.
I'm actually pro, to be honest with you. I'm pro. If it's grown in a good condition, listen, you lot be eating GMO apple and pear already. So
It's true.
like
So
one.
what's
Like,
a little bit of plastic beef?
Can I ask you something? When was the last time you actually ate something and you're like, something's gonna happen to me in my system?
All the time.
Last week.
But that good Morley's.
No, like,
All the time.
like you look and think, I know if I eat this, but I'm still gonna eat it regardless.
Yeah, but I'm the opposite. I won't eat it. I'm like even weird with like expiry dates. Done.
Oh, expiry dates, I'll eat that.
I'm not eating that. No
Yeah,
way.
expiry
that.
dates, I'ma hold that, man.
I heard they're fake though.
Yeah, they are, for sure.
Yeah, to make you buy it, which makes sense.
Swear.
Yeah.
But there's
I
a
don't
use
eat-
by
I
and
don't
there's a
give
best
a
before.
care about a date anymore. If I see a mold in there, I shove it up.
No,
you
mold,
know-
mold. I don't do mold. I don't
No,
do mold
yo,
at all.
like when I've gone back home, them man don't care. I've seen my grandma, and like, bear in mind, it's not that they're broke or anything, or it's hard done by.
Just don't wanna waste the food.
there's mold on the bread. Rip it off and eat the rest,
Yeah,
bro.
people do that.
No, I don't do that.
But I saw on TikTok
do
the other
that. That's
day,
mad.
you know when people have a block of cheese and it's got a bit of mold and they cut the cheese off? I mean, they cut the mold
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
I watched like a dietitian or whatever was saying that. That's actually terrible because with cheese, the mold is already impacted
Yeah,
bare
it's bacteria.
parameter.
What,
Bare
certain
parameter.
cheese you
has
need
got
the
veins?
most.
Could it just
It's
like,
crazy.
It's just popping.
it's got
popping.
bloodstream? Yo, that's actually a marketing Ponzi though.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I saw it the other day and I thought, yeah, of course it's fake.
Because like I had mozzarella cheese in the fridge, yeah. It was
Okay.
only like a day late. I'm looking at it like, it's actually fine.
I think a
But
day.
then my mum was like,
I think
"Don't
a
eat
day
that."
is
It's like
okay.
a 2-day window. You just gotta give it a little
2-day
smell
window.
test.
Listen, if
Little
it's
inspect-
funky,
But
I'm
chicken
getting
is a
hungry.
different story.
What cheese?
Chicken.
Is
Yeah,
it?
if chicken smells, get rid of that.
Yeah, yeah,
Different
yeah.
story.
Or slimy. If it's slimy, I won't.
Oh,
I
no,
won't
no,
cook
Guys,
it.
stop.
Yeah, can we
Guys,
stop? Actually, yeah.
actually, no,
Right,
no.
next on the
Thank you,
charts,
thank God.
Yeah, what's
we've
next?
got
Disgusting,
domesticated foxes.
So I've been
Is
away
it
for a
mix?
couple of
Give me
days,
some
staying at my mum's house, and I've literally pulled up at home, and
This is
Bill was
disgusting.
waiting for me.
Has he named him Bill?
Hello, my darling.
Okay, but
Hello,
that
darling
does
boy.
not look like a fox that you see in South
Right
London.
now.
My fox is
That's-
like this, look like that.
Yeah,
Look at that, it's got bushy fur,
that's
orange
a Chiswick,
fur.
Yeah, that's a Chiswick fox.
That's a yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, Bill, I
on
love
grass.
you.
Come out, yeah, come out the nice ends.
Come on, Bill.
No, but I've been followed by foxes before. I didn't.
I
take him
would
into
be
my house.
ducking for my life. What do you mean?
Shots.
No. Running me down?
You
No.
want to be followed. Bill, come on.
Absolutely not.
Right.
Look,
Bill.
look, he's even seen the coast is
Bill,
clean.
Yeah.
come on.
Because he knows teas.
He's like my pet.
He's
Do you
like
know
my
what's so
pet.
mad? Yeah? He's now going to get bit and be all up in the news like,
Rabies.
oh, I didn't see it coming, but you were doing that brethren with a stupid fox.
Why does the fox gotta be stupid? Animals matter. That's Bill, brother.
Chill. I know
It's
you're
Bill.
hungry.
Shot for William.
I know
His
you're
full
hungry.
name is William.
Look, what's he holding in his hand?
Has he got
chicken.
food?
Yeah, raw chicken. Yeah.
What, he's gonna feed
Put
that to
it in the
Bill?
neighbour's garden.
Yeah, see, innit?
He's gonna feed that to Bill. That's out of order. Bill should be eating chicken. That's weird.
He said, "Sit down. It's okay. You're not okay."
I think you should
Wow.
sit down.
He's got bare time on his hands, man. That's what I think. That's what I think.
It's weird though when you think about like foxes compared to like dogs and cats in terms of size and stuff. They're very similar. Like
Yeah.
They are.
thinking of like why we
Okay.
domesticated certain animals, but foxes is crazy.
I feel like foxes could have actually been domesticated. They were doing a lot back in the day.
Do you know why they can't?
Tell me.
Because their pee smells too strong. Like it genuinely stinks. Like if a fox pisses outside your house,
Yeah, I smell it.
stinks.
so
So imagine them doing that in your house,
Yeah, their poo is-
and that's why we don't domesticate them.
Have you
Oh,
heard?
wow.
Have you guys heard foxes being intimate?
In the summer of '69. That's what foxes sound like.
No, but when I first heard them, when I
Fucking
was
and a
kid,
shucking.
I thought there was kids just screaming like
Nah,
getting like
man.
attacked in my streets. I was
They're having-
terrified.
they're
I was
having a-
terrified to go outside.
Because when on the street there are some spikes involved.
Huh?
In certain foxes' anatomy, there's some spikes. That's the word. on
What's
the street.
going on there?
That's the word on the
That's
street.
why she's screaming down the arse. Yeah.
Ball out.
Stab up. Jokes up. Yeah. That's what the fox
Moral of the
said.
story is no from me. Thank you. Anyone else? Anyone else?
Would you have a pet
No
fox?
to foxes. Foxes shagging. Can we specify?
To
Foxes.
domesticating foxes.
But-
But a pet,
Foxes
pet
in
fox
general.
wouldn't be as bad as like some pet owners who have like snakes and spiders
Rats.
and yeah, do you know what I mean? Like,
Ferrets.
are you like fox isn't that bad compared to what other people have?
All right, you're not wrong there. But still, it's a no from
There's
me.
somebody on TikTok.
Imagine like you own a tarantula, yeah. You wake up in the morning, it's gone out of its box.
I think tarantula's calm. It's what? It's not even anything. 'Cause look, you have spiders in your house anyways. What difference does it make?
But it's just the grizzly look.
Not the
You know how they-
grizzly. Not the bear spider.
Can't do it, man. There's someone on TikTok that's been domesticating a fox since they were born. Like they've had it since it was
Bill?
a puppy.
yeah, but like, Bill right there, he's grown up.
Bill, nah,
No, I
Bill's
know
from
people
Rhodes.
that feed foxes as well. And I'm just like, you wrong un, stop it.
Yeah, it's
Send them
weird.
away.
I
Yeah,
think foxes
yeah.
should go away full time.
What animal are you scared of?
Oh, do you guys ever heard of this animal, capybara?
Is that
Why
sea
have I
creature?
heard
So
of it?
capybara is like native to South America.
Them little
It's a
ones.
guinea pig,
Yeah.
but big.
Yeah,
Imagine
them-
a guinea pig the size of a dog.
Them fuckers, they're like this.
Absolutely not.
Oh, yeah,
Absolutely the
I know
fuck
what
not.
you're talking about.
Next on the charts, we have age discrimination. We found in one of our surveys that 1 in 5 16 to 25-year-olds feel that the biggest barrier to opportunities and success in the workplace is due to age-based discrimination.
100.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like it's depends. Sometimes it's the opposite. People don't want to hire old people sometimes. You've got a young marketing agency. You've got 3 candidates. One's 24, one's 23, and one's 65. People would start doing discrimination the other way around, personally.
But also,
that's what I
but
find.
Is it in that instance, right? Is that, do you think that's discrimination, or do you think it's maybe like building a work culture? Because if you're a marketing agency and your lead is social marketing, for example, and you're usually their target demographic is like 18 to 34-year-olds, wouldn't you want to hire people in that bracket? I would.
Still discrimination.
Do you think so?
Plain blank. Yeah, you're discriminating someone because of their age. Yeah. My mum is 60 years old. That girl is on the net.
Yeah,
she
too.
knows the tricks, the tips. She knows
Yeah.
what's going on TikTok. She could do the job very well.
Okay.
But people assume because they're older that they don't. So like, I see age discrimination in the other way because I just feel like where we are in society now, being young is more commodifiable, I suppose, especially in the social media. Literally what you're saying.
Yeah,
people
yeah.
So you
think,
think more towards old people?
yeah,
Okay,
people
okay,
are saying
yeah,
like young people are the ones that can do the TikTok, but like older people, they can do stuff too, man.
I think the reason we think
Yeah.
that this is because we're all on social media. So
Yeah.
like, with this, well, all I can see is kind of like the logic that like if you're giving someone a promotion, would you give it to the man that's 30 with 10 years experience to the man that's 19 with 2 years experience?
But remember, things do
It's
get outdated. Though.
Logical.
Like the way the system operates. Like
That's what I'm
let's say
saying.
if you work in the TV industry, let's say you started in '96,
Yeah.
to where it is now, they might not be as tapped into social media because they can just hire like youngers to come in.
I
That way
think
they might
it
just get rid of
depends
them.
on the industry.
Yeah,
to
that's
be
what I'm
honest
saying.
with you.
Social media, I don't. Surely this isn't the case.
Yeah. No.
But
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying
No,
in like the
I hear.
other
I hear.
industries, then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
this is probably
Yeah,
the
I'm
case.
with- I'm with
but
you.
Yeah.
in my mind, it's like it's kind of logical why the younger people wouldn't get the promotions because of maybe experience is more valuable than youth.
I
in
don't
that
know.
instance. But I don't really know.
That's
I
al- no,
kind
it's
of
also a
want-
factor.
This
so-
could be because some feel Gen Zers are difficult to work with.
So this
Oh,
is the
this is
theory
the-
that people think that Gen Zers are just underprepared for the workforce or
saw
can
that
be really
article, actually.
annoying to work with.
I don't think
I
I don't
saw
think it's
that.
that they're underprepared. I just don't think that they take bullshit, and I fucking love it. I worked somewhere where it was like a pretty young working environment in like social media space, and we had somebody that was working amongst us that was Gen Z, and their attitude was brilliant because you have like, they were a junior employee, and you have like the senior members of staff who are
They know what they
old,
want.
whatever, and they will want you to work to the bone without saying why. And I remember the Gen Z.
Without bonuses, without...
I remember the Gen Z employee used to be like, okay, I understand what you're asking me to do, but can you explain as to why that pertains to my role? The boss couldn't. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
They'll say, oh, it's how we had to do it coming up.
There
And
we-
it's like, well, we're not taking
there
your
we
bullshit
go.
anymore.
I
Yeah.
love that, man. They're sick. They're great to work with.
How did that mentality come to them? How did that happen?
What, the Gen
How comes
Zs?
we didn't
No,
think,
but
think like
different,
that?
man.
the thing is, we do have it a bit. Let's think of our parents'
But
generation.
but not as expressive as they
Not
are.
as expressive, but the older generation, like our parents and stuff, they actually just put up with stuff. Let's actually keep it a buck. Also, a lot of people are very grateful to have opportunities, immigrant parents, etc., etc. Our generation, me anyways, I feel like we just learn how to play the system. There's a
Yeah.
system to be played.
Yeah.
Play it.
That's true.
Are you mad?
Yeah.
And then the ones before that, they're just like, nah, I ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not taking no
Do you know-
shit.
do you
I'll
know
do
what it
what I
is?
want. And then, but the thing is, people,
Niche.
we know I think our generation know our rights.
Yeah.
We know I ain't working overtime without the money or the toil or the flexi or the something. The generation above us, they didn't really want to make a fuss, I
Rock the
suppose.
boat too
Let's
much.
just kind of got on with it. But our generation as well, we know you don't have to stay in the same job for 45 years.
We know how to play the game a bit. Yeah.
We know how to play the system.
Yeah.
If you really, really, really want that big 10K pay rise, you need to leave.
Yeah.
You need to be leaving maximum every 4 years. We know that the generation before that was all about security and safety because everything was about family, getting a house, blah, blah, blah. Whereas
And they
now,
didn't know jump ship to get the pay rise. They
Thank
were like,
you.
if I stay in,
You're
I'm
almost
loyal.
given a medal for how long you can stay at a company.
Yeah,
But do you know
forget
what I
that.
also think it is, as to maybe the Gen Zs? I think it's localization, stay with me, versus globalization. So our parents' generation, for example, were born with a set of ideas, and your exposure to that is your local community. And for the select few who, for example, worked abroad or went to university, that is where perhaps their brain expanded. We like social media and that globalization where the world's now come together came up when we were growing up. Gen Zs have been born into it.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? So from birth, the Gen Z lot have seen, actually, you see in the Philippines, they're doing shit this way and it works, bruv. Why aren't we doing it here? Do you know what I mean? Whereas our parents, they didn't fucking have that.
They were
And
taken
we've
out.
had it a little bit the more we
Yeah.
grow up. So it
we're
could
like
be that.
half and half.
Yeah.
Also, like things like people talking about mental health more. People
Yeah.
taking their
Yeah.
health
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not coming to work. I'm sick.
Yeah,
I'm not
bruv.
coming work.
Yeah.
I don't feel well mentally,
Yeah.
physically. I ain't working, but you know, like our parents are going work. Rain, sign, doesn't matter. They're going to work.
Yeah.
Their arm could drop off. They're going to work tomorrow. Me, NASA.
Whilst you were out there
Nah,
doing
team.
niche,
People feel like we
I was
don't-
making
they don't owe
moves.
us- like, we don't
No,
owe them
we
anything,
know
yeah.
because I think we know as well. If I get fired or work for my job, they're gonna replace me tomorrow. They don't give a fuck.
And
They don't
in
give a
that,
fuck.
even in that goodbye email, you'll be in the small print at the bottom,
They don't give a
bruv.
fuck. Everyone's replaceable.
It's
Everyone's
so
replaceable.
mad.
So should you break your back for a company?
Never.
No.
I find it interesting their point about the oldest finding the Gen Zs annoying, but it's like I kind of want to see that
Yeah,
conversation
like
because I feel like
expand
it's,
on that as well
that
because it's
conversation
like
can't be had. Like I feel like they're too different. I'd like to see that gap closed.
Listen, the old lot aren't on piss, bruv. Say that to a Gen Z's face, and I promise you're getting egged. Like, it's not happening.
and like why are they annoying as well? That Jodie Foster article I remember reading, I can't remember. It's like, is it because they can't do the work, or is it because of what you
I
said
think it's a
about?
no nonsense
attitude,
attitude.
yeah.
It is, and I'm with it. Like you shouldn't be working like without getting the right things. You shouldn't be overworking, stressed out. You're not getting paid. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
After, but that's my thing.
Humans.
Is that after all of these years, have we all not seen who friggin' benefits from that shit? And people still
Yeah.
make you feel away for
Not
not
us.
wanting.
We
Do you
don't
know what I mean?
benefit.
But I've even had that now as like a freelancer, where I've been working on contracts with people who are perhaps considerably older, and even though I'm sitting in between the freelance hours, because I've not gone above and beyond, it's a problem. And it's like, don't, especially now, I think where I have like, I've talked to a lot of Gen Z people, it's like, you can't, even they will take the piss with like freelancers, for example, because it's a really flexible way of working as a young person, where it's like, oh, actually, no, you're not doing the things that are required. And it's like, well, if you want that, then pay me for those extra hours, otherwise
That's
you're
what
not
I'm
getting
saying.
Pay
it.
me for that,
It's
yeah.
good though. We should be
Yeah,
speaking
it's
up.
good,
I'm
man.
actually very proud of them and us as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, done, guys.
We
man.
paved the way.
youth.
Yeah, innit?
I had it in my old job where the marketing team was like me and two other people. We were like about 5 years older than the next oldest, and not that it was like too big an age gap, but they did look at us. They'd expect us to not only spend all the hours in office, but then work at events after work for the company, come in, bang on the dot the next day, as if we hadn't just worked for free the night before. And then when we were like, can we come in late? Or, you know, when we would actually, they would say, you know, oh, if you need to come in late, come in late. And when we actually would, they would actually
make it a problem.
They'd
Use
make
it
takes.
against
They
you.
wouldn't let us work from home because they didn't think we would do the work. And we're like,
Sounds
what
like
work have we not done? And they had no answer.
Yeah.
But their attitude to us, because, well, I assume because we were younger, because we would go to these events and have fun even though we were working.
Yeah.
They didn't like that.
Yeah.
And we did get treated different. And we all lost our jobs first out of everyone that lost their jobs. So
Yeah.
we were the first ones to go.
Yeah.
I had a really similar experience. I had a boss say, and she's gonna see this, and I hope you do, you absolute blank. Said that I sound like, and I spoke like a roadman, and this was in fact a white middle class woman that said that, and I just think that that's totally inappropriate in the workplace. What is that as a point to?
That's wild.
She brought up like content that had
That's
nothing
wild.
to do with work
Yeah.
or anything, and say you sound like a roadman, and I just thought that was really inappropriate for somebody that works in the industry that they work in.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
I mean, I'm a black woman, so let's leave it there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, T.
I've had all the discrimination left, right, and centre, but you know what? I'm here. In some sectors, being young doesn't bang. For example, I worked in arts and culture, like museums and stuff. Being young, no, they don't want you, babe. Yeah. They don't want you. They want people who are a lot older than you. And I found that quite hard being in that space, because it was like I was at 21 and all of my colleagues were like 40, 50, 60, right? And it's like people don't see the value in young people sometimes. It's not necessarily about having a PhD and da-da-da. It's also about lived experience, understanding what's happening in culture, political views, etc., etc. So I think everyone should have a place in the workforce at the end of the day. I don't think there should be young people are valuable and old people are not, blah, 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 vice versa. It's all bullshit at the end of the day. Everybody has something to bring to the table. Bring it. You're watching Got a Problem podcast. Like, comment, subscribe.
Woo! Okay, next. We've got social media versus mainstream media.
There's an argument to say that mainstream media typically is biased because they're on a spectrum, usually on one side or the other. So you have right-wing papers, left-wing papers, all that kind of stuff. So from that point of view, yeah, it's great for getting your message across, but only if they're on your side. Do you think the growth of social media has actually been able to neutralise messaging a little bit, or actually has it just made it more inflammatory?
So social media has its place, but it doesn't replace what is there before, in my view.
Yeah.
And as much as the mainstream media, you know, a lot of it may be sort of have a particular standpoint on issues, I think also social media, it is good to get a message out, but I wouldn't say it necessarily changes opinion so much as either as people may think.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of sort of confirmation bias on social media.
Yeah,
People
sure.
will watch it with a particular view and may follow the sort of accounts that they like and that they accord with, rather than necessarily do it to find out what's going on and change their position on things.
I feel like with social media, it's the voice of the masses. Anyone can say anything. It's a big problem because everyone can say anything that they want. But with traditional media, everything's curated and everything is for a purpose. Everything is done to hit goals, whether that be investor goals, whether it be like clicks, whatever it is it's curated. So it's going to be less, I guess, authentic voice of the street. It's not grassroots media that we're talking about, right? So I feel, yeah, man, with mainstream media, you've got to be careful who you're listening to. You cannot read, I'm not going to name certain people, but you can't pick up a certain newspaper and come and say, I read this here today, and think that anyone's going to take anything that you say to be credible.
I think it's definitely changing the current landscape, social media, and I can't tell for the better because, for example, I go on my Twitter and I'm seeing horrific things that happen in the news. Pick up a newspaper and there's not one mention of it. Read the BBC headlines and it's maybe the bottom one with like incredibly different viewpoint from what I'm like actually seeing. And so in one way it's like, well, if I didn't have social media, I wouldn't see this. So it's like, it's good because it's exposing what the mainstream media maybe won't show. But on the flip side, things like Brexit happened and certain votes, because it can feed off of things that algorithms can figure out what kind of people you are, feed off it and feed you misinformation that can separate people. And because they're only consuming media here or media here, there's no way of bridging that gap, which in any way is probably worse than if we only have mainstream media. So it depends who comes out on top.
Yeah. Do you see with Twitter though, they started to do that verification check? Like I feel that's
the
quite
community
good.
notes.
The community notes. That's it. Like
You are right though in terms of exposure. Like because of social media, we can actually see what's actually happening in certain
Yeah.
places, in wars, etc. We're actually seeing it firsthand, which is, obviously it's traumatizing, obviously, and always trigger warning stuff, but people disassociate, right? People think whatever's happening over there doesn't mean anything to me. But when you actually see it, it makes people realize this is a problem that's affecting human beings. I can actually see it, and I can make my own informed judgment on what I feel about it. With the news, as you said, they just show what they want to show. Someone's TikTok living live right now through a war. I can actually see what's happening, but I will also say it's also up to you to choose who you follow as well. So I specifically will only follow like left-wing pages, for example, because that's what I want to see. I'm not going to be following no right-wing fools. Yeah, I said that.
Losers.
Loser. Brilliant. Oh, and the other leg, don't leave the other leg. Yeah. Brilliant. So I think it's, I don't know. Social media is good, social media is bad. What
It's you can't really tell.
I can't remember what news it was, but I remember watching it on the TV, like BBC News, and I'm like, that's not what social media told me. Now you start to compare.
You also see we've seen it where on socials, funnily enough, where like going off of what you guys are saying, where people will break down how headlines are written and how they're
literally put them next to each other and be like,
very
the
scary.
same
Do you
people
know what
wrote
I'm
these
saying?
headlines.
Very
So
scary.
Was someone murdered or did they end up dead?
Yeah.
Or they were just
Was he a nice chap or was he white, but he killed 8 people?
Do you know what I mean? Like, what's really going on is like, especially with when you're talking, we've seen it, like the disparity in terms of like the current conflicts going on right now with Gaza and Israel. It's like you'll see on social media versus, I guess, with certain news outlets that they are reporting things in a specific way. Let's say that very plain.
And again, social media is connecting the dots for us when you're being like, well, why am I not seeing it here?
Yes.
Social media will tell you, well, because the people that are running it are tied in.
I think it gives you more autonomy though on deciding what you believe.
When
you watch people firsthand is what I'm saying. I think it's better to give you informed decision on what you actually believe in. But also saying that, you can easily end up on the wrong side of social media and God knows what's happening on there,
and
boy.
if you're vulnerable or...
And also we have to remember, like, people do believe anything they see and read and hear. A lot of people.
Yes,
some people don't interrogate things. Critical thinking is it takes practice. Let's say it takes practice.
With the social media.
100%.
Do you remember the Johnny Depp documentary that came out? No. Because you know how he won the trial with
on
Amber
Netflix,
Heard.
I didn't actually watch it because
he won the trial against Amber Heard, and I think it's because social media was biased. Because social media were voting for him, because people were such fans of him.
That he got.
Social media got involved.
The judge's
social
decision
media
to him.
Social media got way too involved in that case.
Yeah.
We shouldn't even be, in my personal opinion, I don't think we should be getting so involved with cases. Am I a policeman? Am I on the jury? No. Why are we live streaming court? Anyways, neither here nor there. But I agreed. Social media got way too involved with that.
But that's a legal thing in the US, though.
Yeah,
I think they're allowed.
I know.
Wait, are we allowed to do that here?
What, streamed?
Are we allowed to stream like court cases?
I think they have just started to do it, but I can fact check.
I think they should. I think they should.
That's wild.
I do think they should, so we can
know
see
what's going on.
Yeah, but then also like these high-profile cases with like Johnny Depp is an adored celebrity. Like he has millions and millions of fans. Amber Heard obviously got little tutu fans over there when she was an Aquaman and whatever else she's been in. Sure, like it's imbalanced at the end of the day. And what we talked about a couple of weeks ago, stan culture. Now stan culture's involved. Everyone's putting their 2 pence on social media. You're watching the social media, you're thinking, this person sounds like they're making key sense. Then boom, you just think that's the right thing, and then you won the case anyways. But we don't support domestic violence on this podcast.
Nah,
Hell no.
Hell no. So yeah, that's the end of this week's charts, everybody. Let's play Get It or Got It Problem.
Ho, 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 it's behind you. Bit like a panther.
Guess what we've got, guys?
Oh, piss off.
Hell
Whoa!
You shitting
No
me?
drink spillage on these ones.
It feels like Christmas
What?
and I'm
This is
Muslim.
rain-proof.
No,
Making Insta account for your pets or children.
one more time.
Do they know?
And again.
Do they know?
I think pets and children are
don't know.
different.
I don't
If
know.
you're
Yeah.
making Insta accounts for your children and the account is public and you are gaining followers off it, I think it's weird, right? What I will do is I will make a private social media account where I would like to post for my child, and then it's theirs, so that it's like an online
Album.
yeah, like a little album. But I think And you know when they post like their doggies, then it's something like Fufu the Chihuahua, and it's like Fufu absolutely loves her mummy.
No. The worst is when they do it they write on behalf of the dog, going, "I went for a lovely walk today with
my mummy."
I hate that. So cringe.
Man.
You guys are haters still. Listen, guys, you lot need to just live a little and have a little bit of light-hearted fun in your life. The little Chihuahua pages are really funny, okay? When you're having a hard day, you go on there, its eyes are popping out, its tongue's hanging out. That's really entertaining. So I've actually get it.
Really? Is that really entertaining?
Let me tell you something. I think dogs are cute. And I think they should have their own Instagram if they want. That's how I feel.
No, but
the dog doesn't want it.
They don't know what they want.
Exactly.
You can give him a piece of shit on the floor and he'll be happy with it.
Exactly. So that means he'll like the Instagram. How about that? And guess what? When it's getting gifted biscuits.
Hashtag gifted biscuits. To be fair, okay. If you can capitalize on it and
because you will.
Of your dog, of your child, I don't like that.
Let's be honest. Anyone that's got a dog Insta whatever is trying to be dog influencer, cat influencer.
If your dog can be cute enough that you can get free food for your dog, so you don't have to pay for your dog, you're winning.
Yes.
You've won
when
the
it comes to kids, I have a problem, and there's a whole discourse at the minute on social media about whether or not people should be showing their kids on social media. And me personally, my stance is, kids, it should be private. It should be a private account, like not as in like a kid account. I mean like when you post your kid's face, because they're from very strange people in the world.
I think it's dangerous to introduce a child to social media at that early.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna grow up to get used to it.
Yeah, allow him.
And like come on, I think that's too toxic.
I agree.
Like Phil Foden's kid's got a blue tick, and he's like 6.
Who's Phil Foden when he's at the footballer with the flat hair?
With the flat hair.
How old is he to be having a 6-year-old?
But you can't.
He's got like 3 kids.
Like, is that how you're really? Hold on a second. Is that really how you're gonna introduce your kids to the world?
Yeah, on Instagram.
As like these are the ways that you've taught them. Like this is actual life. This is how we see life through Instagram. And the kid is gonna know that
that's what's happening now.
Life is seen through these images and videos.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I don't think parents are thinking so philosophically about it. They're making the Instagram. It's cute.
Like, hey, he's cute. Yeah. I don't think enough thought.
They're posting it. Boom.
Dancing in a choreographic manner at a club, party, rave, etc.
Yo, I think that type of shit is so funny. I find it so funny.
I don't know. I'm gonna flip this.
Laugh because
just like I'm in between with that.
Why are you in between?
Because like showing off, try on, cringe.
Do you not see those 2 geezers that are like, they go round like in the UK, and I'm talking like old geezers, and they do the same dance move, and they're always in sync.
But I don't mind when it's a bit of joke banter, like you're doing a funny little routine.
That's
but
fine.
when people are like,
I hear that.
Oh no, not 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh,
Yeah.
No, we're saying
There
it's a silly fun time.
No, silly fun, like let's do the cha-cha slide.
Yeah,
cool.
That's
do
what
the
we're
little
talking
candy.
about.
Fine.
Yeah.
If people are proper doing, I've seen girls in box pop. Get out of the way. Pop, pop, pop. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's jarring.
So that's when I've
gross.
Well, I have a problem if it's like I'm the main character.
It's
when it's affecting other people. But
Yeah.
you go to a club party to have fun. I don't go to like look cool, whatever. I go to have fun. And if I go to like a rubbish club, which I've done when you're in Europe and you're partying, and me and my friends will bust out the in-betweeners dances in sync. Strangers will come join us because they're like, oh, we know where that's from. And it's fun. We look so silly. We don't care because having a good time with our little choreographed dance.
I get that.
I think having fun is cool.
Yeah.
Sorry. But I do think when you're step up to this challenge, everyone get out of the way.
that's what it is.
Do that in your bedroom. Or better yet, compete.
But do you know
Better
when
yet.
people do that, also, as somebody that's hosted events at Box Park, whenever people do that, it fills me with some warm joy, because I'm like, that girl has absolutely got her absolute rocks off tonight. She's walked home thinking that she is the baddest bitch because she did a 5, 6, 7, 8, and I love that for her. If that was her moment, then 5 minutes at Box Park Shortage.
Until it ends up on social media.
Who are
like,
we?
look at this girl,
Who are we to deny
Exactly,
her?
man, you're having fun.
Do you know what I mean?
Have your moment.
It's lit. It's lit. Brushing your teeth after breakfast.
I swear we've had this one.
Have we had this one?
You say
don't think
this
so.
every time.
I think that if you're brushing your teeth, it's okay. So I sometimes will wake up and I will shower first thing in the morning. So I will brush my teeth then, and then I will have breakfast.
That's not what they mean, though. They mean the first time you're brushing it is after
breakfast.
Yeah. So, like, I agree with, like, brushing your teeth, having something to eat, but to go out, brushing your teeth again. But that means, like, the first time you brush your teeth for the day is after you've eaten. you get what I'm saying?
That's not that deep.
I
surely.
think I don't think it's that deep. As long as you've brushed your teeth,
Yeah, it's better than not
it's
brushing your teeth at all.
okay. If your breaths stink after you have breakfast, then brush them again or do a little.
Having
Colgate.
chewing gum is a necessity.
Yeah, but I don't. Something about gum in the morning is just wrong.
Oh, bang.
Brush your teeth again,
Bang.
or brush your teeth.
It's like people that have
Just on the train at
cigarettes
8
7
a.m.
o'clock.
Wait.
Hot breath.
I have a confession.
What is it?
Halitosis.
No.
What's
What's
that?
that?
Oh,
Bad
you don't,
breath.
yeah.
Oh.
No.
No, you don't. I'm sorry.
I have a confession.
Yeah.
I always forget to put the lid back on the toothpaste.
Oh.
I always
That's
leave it-
alright.
I always- No.
Of all the things that
No,
you could have
no, no,
confessed,
no.
ain't that
That's
bad?
okay.
That's
That's
okay.
okay.
No, that's like a pet peeve to a
That's
lot.
the least worst one.
That's okay.
No, that's a pet peeve to a lot
It's
of people.
alright, man.
No, that would annoy me, yeah. But it's not bad.
You see?
No, like,
You've
if we,
absolutely fucking ruined
if
my
we
day,
live
but it's
together
fine.
and every time I'm going to receive the lids off, I'm going to box you up, yeah, with love.
There you go.
But I will be annoyed.
Not arriving at the start time for an event.
So being late.
Basically, yeah.
Being late, do I get it or got a problem?
I hate it when people are late. I think it's absolutely disgusting.
Babe,
and
you're
foul.
late every week.
Actually, no. Last week I wasn't.
Yeah, you was.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah,
I actually don't like
The
it when
week
people
before-
are
Yeah,
late.
it was. Yeah, it was.
No,
Do you
the
know
week
what? I got a
before
problem.
also I was there bare early. Lewis, do you remember me and you were chopping it up in the studio for bare long?
Do you remember that one event I wanted to go to and I messaged you and I said I went there. And
Oh yeah.
what?
What's this?
On the flight it says start time. Come before 9 p.m. for a great experience.
And
I
then-
rock up at 11 p.m. Brother's like, bro, we're not even open yet.
Yeah.
I'll be
Listen,
honest. I
Safe.
don't.
I didn't even wait.
I
went
don't
home.
agree with this new thing where people are coming to the dance 2 hours before the dance ends.
That's stupid.
What the hell? Stop doing stuff like that.
Why
That's
do they
stupid.
do that?
Stop doing
Why is that a
because
thing?
you know what it is? It's like people don't want to. Everything's about image. Yeah?
Oh, you
People,
want that
people don't want to
cool
come
coming
too
in late.
early. People don't want to come to you and they want to look like a neek, I suppose. Listen, I'm trying to have maximum hours of enjoyment, dancing, popping, doing it, talking, chatting. I'll come as soon. I feel like I always come too early to events. I
Oh, same.
always come
Do
too
you
early.
not? Do you not think it? I find it so fun at an event, especially towards the start where people aren't dancing and you are absolutely cutting it up. I love it.
I will allow.
I love
will
watching the
allow-
dance floor fill.
I will allow people to warm up,
Yeah,
but not for too long.
yeah.
You got 1 hour.
The headliners.
Let's start cutting. it.
Max.
I've learned the hard way. I will come to an event early. I'll
Yeah.
come if I see it starts this time. I'll be like, "Ooh, might be half hour late today," and I'll be there with the staff setting up.
Yeah,
And you just have to
That's
sit
so
and wait. And I've
sure.
spent way too long waiting for people to rock up that I
Yeah.
now get it because I have to rock up late. But I don't agree with everyone
I don't agree
deciding.
with
They
it.
see a start time and they're like, "Pfft, add 3 hours, then I'll think about coming."
Right, let's get into the audience problems, shall we? Right, problemo number 1. I got caught selling a bag on Depop that my friend had bought me for my birthday. They weren't happy about it because it was a gift. I didn't think it would be an issue. Should I apologize?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I apologize still.
Go apologize, man.
Why?
I spent my money and bought you a bag and you've just sold it.
You're about to flip a brick.
I would rather but I'd rather you get satisfaction from that bag by selling it and buying something you want
Okay,
than
that's-
just keeping it in your cupboard and
That's
never
fine,
touching
but
it.
tell me though.
How tell you didn't
how
like
long
the
did they
bag.
have it for?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to hear
How
that.
long did they have it for? What's the time frame?
Yeah, if it was soon after, allow it. If it's
Then
been
yeah.
like 2-3 years,
Then
the
yeah,
ownership's
so
transferred.
Yeah, I agree. But like, say I bought you tomorrow's your
Brand new
birthday.
tags on.
I bought you the bag today. On Saturday, you put it on Depop. You're out of order.
Yeah,
that's-
yeah,
But
that's
do
true.
you know that's out of order? Do you know that's out of order because I could have actually returned it.
Do you
and
see
what I'm
something
saying?
else, You're out of order.
It needs to, long enough needs to pass where you need to be like, "Oh,
Well, at
I've
least
seen that bag,"
exchange
and
it
then-
for something else. You got a gift receipt, no?
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
If my friend got me something I really didn't like, I'd be like, guys, this is not. I
That's
really like
rude,
this.
you know.
Yeah,
That's
I
actually
think
rude.
the gift exchange is the first option.
That's your best friend.
That's what you should do.
You should be honest.
But yeah, I don't think it's that
If they
deep
got you
to
something
sell
that
it.
you don't actually like, I would say, I'll be honest with you, loves. Like, I don't really like this. Like, do you want to return and get your money back? Because why you waste your money for it to just get dust in the cupboard?
You're a good friend.
I am. Thank you. People say that about me.
There's something about British culture where it's just like you just don't say how you really feel.
I'm just an honest
Especially if
babe.
it's like a hard conversation to have.
Right, should we do problem 2? Does everyone feel like we covered that? Like,
Yeah, man.
it's out of order. Is that
It's all right. Say
unanimous?
I
sorry.
think
Get
you
her a
should apologize, you should
matcha.
apologize,
lit.
Should apologise,
You should
depends-
apologize.
How do you know when you're in the friend zone? I was recently seeing a guy, but it started to feel like he might unofficially friend zoning me. Usually he's quite forward in suggesting dates, etc. We're still in communication, but he hasn't suggested anything over the last few weeks. Do I address it or charge it?
Charge it.
How,
If a man
but
wants
how
you,
do
you'll know, babe.
How do you know that's friends on
Forward in suggesting dates. So what you've
Why won't she
been
suggest
dating?
it?
I don't think that there is anything to address. He could be busy. He could
Yeah.
like if you guys aren't officially
No,
together.
but that's what you address. Like wagwan. Like
Oh,
I think,
seeing
I
this
think,
guy.
I
Okay,
think,
yeah.
like, say you're seeing someone and everything's been going one way. Like once a week we see each other.
Yeah,
And then suddenly that just stops. I think me personally, I think the right thing to do is to say, hey, what's going on? Is everything okay?
Yeah, I agree with
then
that.
if they say whatever, then you charge it.
Yeah.
But I think people are really quick to basically not communicate, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
People are so quick to not
You're
communicate.
right.
People are so quick to charge it. Like, I'll just charge it. For all you know, his nan's in hospital.
Yeah.
Or this. Probably not, because let's put a
Yeah,
man.
why don't people ask these
There's
questions?
probably
Hey.
nothing wrong. I'm just being truthful. There's probably absolutely nothing
Yeah.
wrong. He probably just doesn't fancy you anymore. But I
Yeah.
still think it's worth getting clarity on the situation.
Yeah.
Communicate, because you're adults. Then you can charge it.
Yeah. But when I say address it, don't come off the bat of am I in the friend zone? What's going
Yeah,
on?
no, that's too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
That's what I've understood by
communicate
addressing
that.
it.
Me want to put you in the friend zone if
Do
you
you see
come
what
on
I'm
with that.
saying? I think maybe see if, hey,
Check
you
in,
good,
yeah.
man? Yeah, like obviously I've not spoken to you, not seen you in a couple of weeks. Is everything all right? Ask it like that. See
'Cause
what they say.
Equally, she said, I'm assuming it's a she, said
Yeah.
he's quite forward in suggesting dates. Like usually, maybe he's gone, I keep suggesting these dates, but when she gonna ask
The
me
guy's
out for it?
busy, man.
Maybe it's that.
Just ask
I'm
him.
just saying, like
No,
you
but
got to have
yeah.
a conversation.
Could
first.
be busy,
Yeah.
could be something could be going on, but also equally nothing could be going on. Let me add that in there, because that's what be going on. Nothing, yeah? Excuses. That's it for audience problems, and that is it for this week's episode.
Fantastic.
If you enjoyed it, like, comment, subscribe below. If you've got a problem, shout us. We'll chat about it, we'll dissect it, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching.
Love you! Don't miss me too much.
Flowing on that.